What's good, YouTube? Guys, I'm going to show you today the top 5 plays in college football, my opinion. And I think if you guys utilize these plays, it is going to change the outlook of what people think of you as a college football 25 player, and even your mindset of who you are as a college football 25 player. The first play is going to be branch return out of bunch Y flex, okay? You're going to be able to find this in playbooks, but the best thing is creating your own playbook, right? And I know a lot of people, a lot of users say, hey, well, just find this out of a specific, playbook. I say make your own, right? Make your own custom playbook. What's wrong with that, right? You're going to have everything that you want in your own custom, and you're going to be able to kill anybody if you just make your own. So what I'm going to start off with is branch return. We're going to go up against any defense, right? So my favorite setup for this is always going to be putting my running back on a wheel, because it could be for anything. If they want to blitz, that's on you. You want to blitz me, you are cooked. Every single time the running back is going to kill you off the wheel route. Now next, I want to fully drag my X receiver, because if I don't drag him, if you guys can see, he's going to stop short on a choice. Pretty much a choice route, right? So let's drag him completely to where he finishes his route. And now I think it's really good set just alone here, right? And our first read is always going to be circle. As you guys can see, this is my Vanderbilt dynasty, so I have some really good receivers out of this. So here's an example out of man-to-man. If I can honestly guess right here, yeah, it was. So once they do that, guys, we're gonna have a touchdown every single time, right? Just completely dragging your X receiver and putting your running back on a wheel. Now here's a different setup, right? If they're in a zone setup, right, now you can streak your running back, triangle, re-drag X, and now we may have something right here where they're still in man, and once you recognize that they're in man, you can go right back to circle. That return route, guys, kills every single defense. This is why it's so dangerous. We are seeing a lot of man coverage here, but here's a different setup right here, okay? So this is what we're going to do. Okay, we just got froze. We're going to go back to the play. Right? Now, this is actually a perfect example, right? Now they're in a zone. What I did right here was streak my tight end, drag X, and put R1 on a deep cross, right? And if you guys need to know how to do that, you just tap triangle, tap the icon, and then you can pretty much put him on the route you want, which is going to be deep cross with the top arrow. Alright, so now he's dragged. We can literally honestly hit that route every single time if they're in a zone. Even if they want to run cover 4 palms, they want to run cover 3 match, that is going to kill defenses, okay? So eventually, if they start to follow that that circle receiver is going to be open, right? I had R1 open right there, but it's going to kill any single defense, right? So now we'll go back to the same route that I said that's going to destroy any type of zone coverage by just pretty much, see, that's actually a man coverage right there, and I completely did not notice that. But do you see how I'm getting bailed out? That's how dangerous this play is, okay? Now I'll do this one more time against mid blitz, and here's a little tip right here. If someone wants to run mid blitz, just use this guy as an extra blocker, right? Put him inside. You're not going to ever get touched by your quarterback's never going to get touched. You just play an extra blocker, and you will route your running back and streak one of your receivers touchdown every single time. Now that's the first play. Now second play here is going to be out of tight wide off, tight end corner, and it's going to be one of the craziest setups. I have 2 setups out of this. We'll just do any type of defense right here. So we could be seeing any type of blitz right here. Yep, I'm right. And you want to honestly hit that return route. As you guys can see, the return route is deadly in college football. So now I'm going to show you the setup, okay? I'm going to put my tight end on a post. Same setup I said, hitting the triangle, then hitting their icon, and then putting him on a post on the option that it tells you, right? Then I'm going to streak R1, okay? So there's so many options here, right? And I think you see that return route's always going to be open. And I know. right? You got to take what's open. Guys, take your check downs. Please don't get greedy, okay? The human eyeball wants to go to this guy, right? They want to go to this guy every single time, and that's just, I got bailed, right? I got bailed. But that's not the best decision. Right here, we're gonna probably have some man-to-man again, and I'm even gonna go to the corner route. If you have a fast receiver and you see man-to-man, corner routes really do burn them. I'm trying to get to a set where we can actually hit the streak right here, and that's a perfect example, right? Guys, that play, that's just one setup, right? So now we're going to streak circle, right? And then we're going to put our running back on a flat. Leave everything else the same, right? So now, right, that's man-to-man. You can still go back to that, right? Or what I really want to show you guys is, right, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it here. Still looks like that can be some match type of coverage. It's not actually. Look, if they want to run zone and they're not in match coverage, that tight end is going to destroy them every single time, unless you're playing a switch stick. I could have went back to the tight end there, and that's just dealt with patience, right? Guys, if you have the pocket, right, if you're playing with a really good team, you're going to be able to make that pass, and that's just play 2. Number 3, out of tight doubles, zig under, okay? A lot of people like to run this flat, and I mean, I don't blame them, you know what I'm saying? I have a different setup, but I'll show you guys why you can run this flat, especially if you're playing on the road and you're in your online dynasty and you really cannot audible whatsoever. This is okay to run flat, right? You're always going to have that zig if they do not want to drop their flats, right? So, okay, then you have the zig. But then guess what, guys? We have another play with another return route. Guys, this is one of the most unstoppable things. So I'm going to hit triangle. I'm going to hold triangle. And then I'm going to hit L1 and I'm going to hold it down and bring it down here, right? So once again, hit triangle, hold triangle, hit the route, bring it down, right? You got to hold both fingers at the same time. You got to hold triangle and L1 down. Look, I'm doing that right now, just lifting it up and down, right? I want to get it, I just want to drop it down at least once so his release is a little bit faster, right? And they're still in that, but guys, that play is so deadly to where if I really wanted to throw that right there, I can throw that down to him if I wanted to, but I'm showing you guys how open it is, right? We'll go back to it. Boom, they're still in that man. I'm going to go back to the return route, right? Open pass, we can live with that. Right, this is one of my favorite setups in the game. Now here we go, here's the return route, right? Guys, if you're patient enough, the post route is there, right? And that's, guys, and that really comes down with like patience. That's a bad throw by Diego. He's got to hit that. But a lot of people are not going to be able to guard that, right? Because they're going to be so worried about, see what I mean? They're going to be so worried about those return routes and the zigs that they're going to forget about the post. And that's just play number 3. Number 4 is going to go out a bunch, halfback strong. And it's going to be Seattle. This play is absolutely disgusting. What I'm doing is dragging X and just putting triangle on a streak every single time, right? Guys, please take your check downs. Don't get greedy. Your check down is X. That is your first read, okay? Very, very important. We're in another zone coverage right here, so you still want to look at the streak, right? Very, very, very deadly route that people cannot stop. We may be seeing a blitz right here, and if that blitz ever comes, if you see somebody drop like two players down on the line, your drag route's normally going to be open because it's so hard to guard that. They have no help on the outside to where drag route's going to be open or slant route. So we're going to be back into it. I want to show if we can get R1. So R1's going to be open, right? We're going to show you guys. Now we're in man-to-man again. But here's the thing. Man-to-man is so bad. Like, it's so bad to use against a play like this. Because normally if you have a really good receiver, there we go, Dylan. Normally, if you have a good receiver, you're going to be able to hit that little short, deep cross, whatever you want to call it. And that's going to be open every single time. Look, now, if you got a really good cold tight end, I'm not really concerned to throw that. Guys, take your checkdowns. Okay, one more time. Drag my tight end and then streak in triangle. Only 2 audibles to make, guys. Just don't forget about this, brother. Don't forget about him. Okay, those are free yards every single time to where people struggle to guard you. That's play 4. Number 5 is going to be out of tight slots mesh. Okay, we can do this versus any defense. Okay, what I'm doing is putting triangle on a corner route and circle on an out route. Okay, X is your guy. X is your go-to. That is our first read, ladies and gentlemen. That's versus any defense. We are not concerned. Okay, we will go to him. Feed your tight end, guys. Your tight end is your best friend. Your tight end is your best friend, guys. This is one of the most unstoppable plays in college football, right? Still going to be open. Actually, see, once they drop, you got the corner out, right? I think this is match coverage or some type of man-to-man, so we might have a chance to really go on the outside. Nah, we don't. But look who's open. It was still match coverage, right? Guys, a match coverage defense, man-to-man blitz, a wheel route destroys it every single time, right? Out route's not there, but we still have our drag. Guys. This play is disgusting. One more time for you guys, right? Still hitting the drag. Guys, it can get boring, but if you want to win more college football games, take your checkdowns. Thank you for watching the Southern Spotlight game. If this helped you at all, please leave a like and subscribe, because I will give you guys more content for you guys. And also watch the online dynasties. You can see the same things that I'm putting out right here for you guys mid-game.